just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. Check. Snap.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Second and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. The 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. This is Coleman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
SOS, SOS. Topper, topper!
He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. They're going to look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A second down pass play there. But it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 2.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. They complete it to Hill. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll drop to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now for them, that's a win.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
It's now second and 6.
You got
At the
it.
29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Cut. 20.
Here's Newton. Completes it to Dixon. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. Hey, Haywood. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Greystone, travel. Get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Check 48's the mic. Go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to someone else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready? Check. 154. White man. 6-man. Check. Gun.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
You draw quarter.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Echo, 10-2 stop. 80 weapons. 44, Mike, 44. Check that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They set up the screen to Hill. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to the ground, it's Hill. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. 54. It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
To throw again. Newton. Wide open receiver complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Go! 58, boy, 58. Makes 3. 218, chopper. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D. All day, D. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
44, Mike, 44. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 44 is the Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. You better be afraid of me.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Mike, orbit. Watch the pass. 44, Mike, 44. Push him back. 5.
He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They will run again with Coleman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and short.
58, boys, 58, come on. There we go,
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Tyler, 64, reach. Hey, wahoo! 58 is a must. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Hill.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Don't get nervous. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch the safety creep. Check 13, check 13. 61, match box.
Back to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Now a 10th carry for Hill. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. At 58 is a mic. 5.
Looking to throw. Shifts past him at the 45. Complete to Washington. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. He got 29 yards that time. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First down, and it's Hill again. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, now this from 43. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Newton down 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%. But he does have a 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Check.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Ready. 10 logo. 56. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Get it.
The busy night continues for Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Okay, ready? 56, Mike, 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Let's go.
They run it again with Hill. And an alley to run. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. There and a first down.
Let's go. 8-3.